as an inventor of scented candles, but was rejected by the scented candle community for the invention of the now infamous ham candle. Now, he's a guy on the radio, live from Hollywood. It's the Craig Ferguson Show.
Yeah,
That's
good
right.
day, one and all. Good day to you, one and all. Good day to you, sir.
One and all.
One and all, yeah. Good day, good times, good fixins.
Good vibes.
Good vibes, and a good afternoon or morning or evening, or wherever you are in this great country, or the other great country of Canada, or the other sort of is Puerto Rico's part of America, isn't it? Or is that country?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, and Puerto Rico. Anyway, well done, everybody, for being you. You're very special in your own way, especially you millennials. You're great, even although you've done fuck all so far. You're great.
Well, they're used to hearing that they're great, right? Isn't that the problem?
I think that now, actually, millennials are used to hearing that they're not great, and they're getting a little pissy about it.
Oh, come on,
And I
grow
don't
up.
blame them. I don't blame them. Let's be honest. Old farts like me are saying, "Oh, you millennials, you don't know anything," and they're like, "Well, we're only young. Give us a chance." All we are saying is give us a hashtag chance.
That's very good.
Yeah,
Very
that's what
true.
I'm thinking. Yeah. So, welcome if you're just joining us, and if you're not just joining us, welcome to you too. Because why not?
Oh, that's
this
so
is my
nice.
this is my new friendly voice.
Oh, that's real. It's
Do you
really
like
good.
it?
Yes.
I've decided to talk like this. Hey, if you want to talk to us today, if you want to call in, say hi. We're in New York this week, only today and tomorrow, and then back to Hollywood La La Land.
Will we
next
even know
week.
what to do when we're
Yes, we will. I'm going back. I'm going to see my dogs. I'm going to see.
Oh.
Going to enjoy kale salad and yoga with my celebrity friends.
back? All the good stuff.
All the stuff I enjoy. But I've had a nice time in New York. What have you had? Have you enjoyed New York the past couple of weeks?
I love it. I love it. I've had a great time.
It's America's wonderland of meth and music.
Meth and music.
Wait. No, that's Reno. It's America's wonderland of Broadway.
Yes.
And that's about it, I think. That's more to New York than Broadway.
No, Central Park's nice.
Central Park is fabulous. Hey, you know that I'm looking at this TV. There's a TV opposite me. I'm not trying to show off. You see it, but it's kind of flashing and going nuts.
Oh my
Can you
God.
turn it off?
Yeah. We got a guy to do that.
We got a guy.
Dan is all over it.
Hey, Dan,
Look
can you
at
come
that.
in here and turn this
Wow,
TV off?
what is
Hey, Dan, what's going on? It's kind of going nuts. I feel like it's going to go on fire. It's going on fire. The humanity, Dan.
This has been something I've been concerned about.
Yeah.
When you turn off one TV, they all turn off.
Right.
Turn off the main TV so you
Yeah.
can't see the phones.
That's the Rainbow Connection, Dan. Hey, Dan, are you from New York? Sit down for a minute, will you, son?
Sure.
Sit down, son. Now, listen, Dan, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey, actually.
You're from New Jersey. Now, that's a magical land through the tunnel.
Right.
You like it through the tunnel? Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, for sure, I do.
Right, yeah, okay.
That's how we do it in New
In
Jersey.
Jersey, right. No, you were born and brought up in New Jersey, Dan, and then you came to work for Sirius.
Yes.
Now, why was that? Did you drop out of school, son?
No, in fact, I went to school and finished school.
Okay.
But, no, and then I decided I wanted to do radio, and this was like the only radio company.
This is the only one, 94.7 The Wave. That's our...
That is very close to being our channel.
What is it?
Just 94, Comedy Greats.
Right, and listen, I want to talk to Dan for a minute, because Dan answers the phone here, and Dan answers the phone for us whether or not we're doing the show from New York or L.A.
Yeah, he has it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's
Yeah,
answering
and
the phone.
here's the thing, Dan. I think you're a beautiful man, and I think I'd like to invite you to come back and work with us in Los Angeles.
Wow.
You
Well.
can live in Joe's house.
Okay.
Roommates.
Roommates with Joe, and I think you'll like Joe's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
She's
great.
she's a really nice. You must be looking forward to seeing her.
Yeah. We've been. She actually leaves town right when we get back. But
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there's a small overlap. Oh, you
Little bit
think?
of-
Wait, do you think I should be concerned?
Well, a little bit. Where's she going?
She's working. She has some work in San Francisco.
Working.
Yeah,
Oh,
working.
come on,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You couldn't see my air quotes on the radio.
no, but I think people felt the air quotes.
Wow.
Yeah, Jen, I think maybe going to San Francisco to see.
Someone else?
Well,
Actually, she's seeing a girlfriend.
a girlfriend in San Francisco. She's gay.
Oh, well, Dan, then you move out to L.A. and
Yeah,
we're a couple.
All
you're
yeah.
right. You can go gay wise together.
Like that's like how I get
Oh, the
back
Grace
at
and
her?
Frankie situation.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
the
it.
Grace and Frankie thing. Do you enjoy Grace and Frankie?
Never watched it.
Right. Okay. What kind of comedy do you enjoy? Do you enjoy Artie Lange?
I love Artie.
I love Artie Lange too. He's on the show today. I'm actually very excited.
Couldn't be more
I'm a little bit. I don't know if my guess is Artie because he's one of those guys. I think he's probably listening on the way here,
Sure.
and I want him to know if you're listening, Artie. I'm a little bit scared of you.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared of Artie, which I like.
Comedy powerhouse. Is that
Comedy
why?
powerhouse, unpredictable, kind of not a tourist, real kind of punk rock mind. You know
Punk
what I
rock
mean?
mind,
Yeah.
New York mind.
New York mind, kind of like uncompromising comedy. Use a word that's thrown around a bit, genius.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
he's got it, really, I think.
Yeah, he's really he's well crafted but spontaneous.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. But if you say he'll laugh, they'll make him so angry.
Oh,
if you
it's-
say like how you make a comedian really angry,
just he's all right.
say nice things about him. Just say, all right, he's a good guy.
He's good, we like
He's a good
him.
guy. He didn't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
Well, he's done some stupid things.
Well, we all do stupid
Yeah,
things.
I've
right?
certainly done stupid things. That's for sure. Anyway, look, Dan, you're going to answer any phones today?
Well, yeah.
All right.
Hopefully, if they call.
All right. Well, what number do they call? 1-800-MATTRESS?
No, that's not the number.
Oh, okay. What is the number?
It's 844-547-3287, or our favorite version of that, 844-5-GRACE.
Wow,
Yeah.
and Dan did that off memory.
Yeah, I know he does that, and he's got a good radio voice. You should have your own radio show here.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
really think Dan and Steve.
Dan and Steve would be a great show. Steve, can you be on the show
Yeah,
now?
I can.
Right. So, Steve, you're working the dials and stuff. You're actually doing stuff.
Yes.
Right. So why don't you and Dan? Because you and Dan are a couple, right?
We're a
like
couple.
you guys.
We're a couple for sure.
We're tag team.
Right. You guys are a couple, a gay wise couple. Why don't you do like an hour?
Because me and Dan don't see eye to eye and everything. We work together well, but we're not like on the same sync.
Well, see, that's good though. That's kind of like want to use neat, want to use dirty, want to use gay, want to use straight, want to use like, but when the lights are off, everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Steve and I had this theory because, because I programmed the Clean Comedy Channel.
Oh.
That we were going to craft the world's greatest clean comedy music album because Steve plays drums.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So, and you were going to do a clean comedy album.
Yeah.
That'll be a big seller. People will love that. Are you guys big Christians?
No, I'm
Okay,
not.
okay.
Even though I have a cross on my arm, but this was my first tattoo, and then I kind of left the religion.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, that's okay. I mean, look, nobody's harshing on anybody's religion here. This is fine. I was just asking if it was like maybe a thing that you guys had going on that you enjoyed clean music.
No, you thought maybe clean comedy was code for Christian clean comedy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But it's
Yeah.
not. So can you give me an example of clean comedy music?
Clean
Puff
comedy
the
music?
Magic Dragon?
Well, Weird Al, who's been on the show.
Oh,
that's
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's kind of it, though, isn't it? Weird Al's a genre all to
Right.
himself.
Well, it's not all like It's not all music. It's like it's stand up as well. But Flight of the Conchords have some clean,
That's
great songs.
true.
Love
Actually,
them.
they are great.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, I'm humbled by this. I feel actually I want to be part of this.
Yeah, well, let's get
I'm
ourselves
clean.
in. Yeah.
I'm clean.
Well, okay.
I'm going to be clean now.
You'll
I'm
be
turning
clean.
over a new leaf. Are you saying there's no redemption for me?
No, you can. No, today's the day.
Today's the day where I embraced cleanliness and cleanness in my comedy.
If you're like doing the clean thing, do you have to always be clean going forward, or can you dip in and out of your clean act and your dirty act?
Well,
you know?
I do. My clean act is what I do up until 9 o'clock at night, and then after that, I talk about fingers going in
So
dirty.
once
dirty
Milo
places.
goes to bed, basically,
No,
the real Craig comes out.
Yeah. No, not really. No, the clean Craig and the dirty Craig are they're not different Craigs. They're the same Craig. They're just you know that album. Remember the Barbra Streisand album, "Color Me Barbara"? Well, that's kind of like me.
I don't know if that reference is going to go over huge with these guys. Color me, Barbara.
Color Me Barbara. No, it's just that's not it. Anyway, Dan, get in there and answer the phone. So
I
if you
actually
wanna-
think the phone. Does that mean the phone's ringing?
Yeah, that's when it's blinks green. Yeah.
Oh, right. Somebody's ringing to talk to Dan. Well, let's get Dan. Go get at them and see what's they. Well, aren't they charming?
I gotta say, we kind of knew them a little bit before, but when we got like instant friends. I feel like
they're the guys.
We get them, they get us.
I gotta tell you, my whole 2 weeks here at Sirius, I think they're the two that I like.
They're the two.
Yeah.
Oh, I 100% agree. Yeah. They're the great guys.
They're the
funny,
great guys. Yeah.
Nice, but also really hard workers.
Yeah, no, they're good guys.
Yeah.
Also, they can hear us. I don't know why I'm whispering like this because they
Loud and clear.
Yeah. I was going to say, I remember you actually operate the equipment here, so you can hear us.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you say anything bad, I can turn your mic off right now.
Well,
too,
you could,
right?
and I'm happy with that, and I hope you do if I start going dirty, which I won't.
No, you're
which I will not. It's I'm going to tell Artie when he gets here that it's a clean show. Please,
he'll walk out.
No, he won't. He can handle it. Come on, don't be daft. Hey, Dan, who was on the phone? Was that anybody fun?
Yeah, we got Will in Atlanta, and he has a question about what's the difference between the comedy scenes in New York and LA now that you've spent 2 weeks in New York. You have any insight into that?
I don't. Do you have any insight into it, Joe?
No, I would say there probably is a difference. Like, there's the comedians that we know of as New York guys. Like, Artie's one. We had Dave Attell. Like, they have a different vibe than...
I think, we don't need to talk to them, but I think what we could tell them is that I think comedians in New York are doing comedy because they like to do comedy and they want to be comedians. Yeah. And I think comedians in LA are actors who want to get jobs.
Oh, yeah, like their agent says, hey, you should do stand-up because they can put it on your resume.
Yeah, do stand-up. You're funny.
Yeah.
But then again, that's not fair because there's good comics in New York too, and LA too. There are comedians who are, like TJ Miller is in LA, and he's a proper comic.
He's very, very funny.
Yeah, and he's not just doing it because he's an actor, although he is a pretty good actor. So
now, especially.
Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe TJ Miller.
I think he just did
maybe it's time to out TJ.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's successful in both fields now.
Yeah,
right?
he's got the genres straddled. He straddled the country like a giant comedy colossus, which means his junk is over Chicago.
Oh, that's right.
Junk over Chicago.
I think that's where you got to start, right?
In Chicago?
Yeah.
A lot of good comics in Chicago.
Yeah.
They got the comedy there. They got the comedy in Chicago. They got comedy everywhere humans gather by the campfire and want to entertain each other. Big shout out to the truckers. They're following the show. We know you got the 18 wheels. You're rolling across America. Give us a call if you want to talk about what you're hauling. We are 94.7 The Wave, and their number is 1-800-MATTRESS. Is that right, Joe?
Wow, that was incredibly close.
Right.
We're 94, Channel 94 Comedy Greats.
Right. Well, presumably they know that if they're listening.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm messing around and saying 98.7, 93.2, everybody's like, no, it's 94. We know it's 94 because we're listening to it right now.
It is interesting because they like us to say the channel we're on, but we're already on it's one of those loops.
What's the point? That's like saying, I'm in your pants when I'm already in your pants.
But what if there's someone out there who hears you say that and then starts changing their dial, saying, "Oh,
well, I don't want them because clearly
they shouldn't be listening.
They shouldn't be using equipment.
Yeah, they should be going.
They should be going to see a medical professional.
Yeah, if you can't figure that out,
if you can't figure out what you're actually listening to, then.
But the phone number thing is true. If they want to call us,
1-800-MATTRESS
844-547-3287
1-844-328-5192 The Wave.
Wow, it's getting to a point where I'm like starting to only know this number because you don't learn numbers anymore. But I have to tell you so much that I'm starting to learn it.
Yeah, well, it's kind of our thing. I get it wrong, you get it right. You're dirty.
I have
you're
a
gay.
question about that actually.
What?
Because I've been watching the Today Show.
Yeah. I've been doing the Today Show.
I know, and I was realizing that am I your radio Kathy Lee?
You're Kathy Lee Gifford to my Hoda.
What an honor.
Yeah. No, wait, I'm Kathy Lee. You're Hoda.
You know what? That's true. But the way the show's been going this week, I'm Kathy Lee. But in the scheme of the marketing of the show, I'm the Hoda.
No, I'm always Kathy Lee. And you're Hoda all the time.
I'm always Hoda.
You're always Hoda. I'm always Kathy Lee.
So when you're on the Today Show, you're Kathy Lee to her Kathy Lee?
Oh, I see where you're going. Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah, she's Kathy Lee Gifford, and I'm like just Kathy Lee.
You're just Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
You just want to be Kathy Lee. Now that you guys are like gotten probably a lot closer over the past 2 weeks.
You know what? I have to say, we had lunch today, and she's a spectacular woman. I am very, very fond of her. I won't hear a word against her. I'm deadly serious. She is just lovely.
Yeah.
And if you don't think Kathy Lee is lovely, well, you know what? We can't be friends.
Oh, that's it. That's a deal breaker.
Well, no, it's not a deal breaker, but it's
Sure.
but I do think she's lovely, and I will not hear anything against her. She's generous and good natured and a genuine person.
And that's why she's had such a great career.
Right.
Longevity.
Exactly. That, and she's not without talent on television, let's be honest.
Yeah, she's very funny.
She can really do that thing. You know who else is good? I saw the other day.
Who's that?
Matt Lauer.
Oh, yeah. I brushed by him in the hall the first day I went to
saw
see
him. He came out and he's got a firm handshake. He looks you right in the eye. You know, his voice is a little deeper than it is on the television, which I was kind of weird. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Wow, really gravelly.
Matt Lauer, nice to see you.
Oh, is he one of those guys that says full name up front?
No, he doesn't. You know, he just says, "Hey, it's Matt." Hi. He didn't even say his name because he knows. He knows that I know it's Matt Lauer. You know,
he could probably assume everyone knows who he is. He one of those guys who could probably assume?
I think you're trying to frame Matt Lauer as one of some kind of guy, and he's not. He's just a perfectly nice gentleman who happens to be Matt Lauer.
He just happens. Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and he happens to be Matt Lauer, and he said, "Hey, Craig, I just wanted to come out and say hi." But he said, "Hey, Craig, how you doing? I just want to come and say hi." And he shook my hand with a firm handshake, and he looked me right in the eye, and he has that slight pineapple smell of someone who's very wealthy.
Oh, sure.
You know the smell I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'm always jealous of that.
They got the kind of they've been using very expensive moisturizer that other people don't really even know about.
Man, that's the level of wealth you
see. Like, I don't even use moisturizer.
You don't?
Well,
your skin looks great.
Thanks. Well, actually, I do. I do use moisturizer. I use goose fat.
So you don't eat. You're vegan when it comes to eating, but when it comes to rubbing stuff on your body, it's no
it's
limit.
Vegan goose fat. So it's fat that the goose voluntarily gives up while it's on a diet.
Oh, so he burned the fat off.
They burn the fat off, and they put geese who volunteer go on treadmills. And they have little trays at the side. The trays on the treadmills collect the vessel with the pestle and the chalice with the palace. I don't know, man.
It sounds like you're getting ready to go back to Hollywood, because that'd be a Hollywood thing for sure, right?
Well, putting goose fat under your eyes?
Vegan goose fat.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to go back. Hey, we got a lot of calls coming in. What are the people saying, Joe? I can't see. I don't have my glasses on.
No,
Sorry,
I got
everybody.
your back here.
Yeah.
We got Frank from California. He's a trucker saying he wants to tell Craig what he's hauling.
Yeah. Let's talk to Frank. I want to hear what he's hauling.
All
Frank, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Frank, what you hauling, buddy?
I am hauling produce.
Produce?
Like fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, no, I get it. Produce. California, the #1 produce provider in these United States. Where are you hauling them?
I am hauling them to a Walmart distribution center in Grandview, Washington.
Oh, see, you're heading north.
Yes, sir.
How's the weather? How are the road conditions? How is it slidey?
No, it's right now I'm in California. It's windy and traffic right now on the 5.
Oh, the 5.
Yeah.
We don't like the 5.
2 lanes.
Two lanes. That's tough. And you get the 4-wheelers crowding you. Are the 4-wheelers crowding you?
Not really. It's just that there's construction going on. Everything is going in one lane right now.
Well, have a good time, Frank. Thanks for calling in. That was Frank telling us about his produce.
I can picture it. We've driven the 5 together.
We have driven the 5 together. We drove up there to do a corporate gig. You remember that?
That's right. San Jose.
San Jose.
Well, you took us to what was it?
Casa de Fruta?
Yeah. I was eating those nuts for a long time afterwards.
Yeah, and then I took you to that place where they said, there you go.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Anyone else calling in, Joey? I don't have my glasses on.
I got you. We got, so Tom from Alabama is a trucker. I'd like to tell Craig what I'm hauling.
Hey, Tom, let's talk to Tom in Alabama. What you hauling, Tom? What you hauling?
Hey, how you doing, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, you son of a bitch, Tom. You sack of shit. What are you hauling?
I'm hauling grain handling equipment to the port of Panama. I'm in the exporting business now, making America great, sending our goods overseas.
There you are. That's what I'm talking about. The handling goods and stuff and moving them. Where is the port of Panama? You going to actual Panama?
Panama City, Florida.
All right, Panama City, Florida. Yeah, so not through the canal or anything.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
Oh, no.
No, all right. Well, listen, how are the driving good? The 4-wheelers crowding you? Those assholes, are they crowding you?
No, not here in Alabama. There's hardly any. I got to say, I've been dying to say this from my cousin Vinny, or an Alabama.
Alabama. Have a good time. Drive carefully. Nice to talk to you. See, that's a trucker's calling in, telling us what they're hauling.
Yeah.
He's hauling equipment across Alabama, heading down to Florida. Anyone
son
else?
of a bitch.
You sack of shit.
I love that.
Yeah. What else you got?
Okay, we got Rich from Ohio trucking. I want to tell Craig what I'm hauling.
All right, Rich in Ohio. What you hauling, Rich? What you hauling, buddy?
Got 165,000 empty beer cans.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you son of a bitch. That's awesome.
You're getting a standing ovation in this studio.
Everybody loves
Rich.
that. Where the hell are you taking them?
I picked them up in Batesville, Mississippi, and bringing them to Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah, that's right. I let the Canadians deal with it. Fuck them. You can have our empties, Canada. What kind of beer? Just assorted beer or one particular brand?
No, they're empty. They're empty Labatt's blue cans.
Ah, that's what the hipsters love. That shit. They do. They absolutely do. Thanks for calling. Thanks for all the work you do on those 18 wheels. Anybody else calling? I'm enjoying it. This feels like a thing now.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
We got Justin from Minnesota. Hi, Craig. I'm training to be a trucker.
Oh, I don't know if he's qualified to talk to us.
But we have John from Michigan wants to tell you what he's hauling.
John from Michigan. John, you son of a bitch. What are you hauling?
I got 112 go-go girls on my trailer.
What?
I don't even know what that means.
Stop the truck. 120 go-go girls?
Yeah, they're mama pigs.
Oh, yeah, I get
I
it.
was going to call you the other night when you were asking for escorts. I said I got all kinds.
Where are you taking them?
These are going to Marengo, Illinois, to a slaughterhouse.
Oh, that's a bit of a downer.
Yeah.
But, the Illinois is nice this time of year. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, there's a chance they'll escape.
No, there's no chance.
Come on. What about the movie Babe?
No.
Doesn't the pig get away?
No, the pig doesn't get away in Babe, does it?
I don't know. I can't remember.
No, I think I don't know what happened. Do you know in that pig, in Babe, there was a little piglet? They had to actually use 12 different piglets.
Really?
Yeah, when they were shooting that movie.
Why 12?
Well, they're delicious.
They'd start working with the pig and then
the pigs grow fast, so they would start shooting, and the pig would get bigger and bigger, and that's actually what they have to do with many actors.
Oh.
That the actors get fatter as the show goes.
Just keep replacing them.
That happened to me in movies. If you have any movie I did, you can watch them. I'm usually, you can tell what scenes were shot early on in the movie.
Oh, are you a craft service guy?
And then towards the end of the movie. But of course, movies aren't shot in order, so I don't get thinner and fatter in the movie. It's just some scenes thin, some scenes fat.
That's the thing about when there's that craft service free food out there. You just gotta say no and stick to it, or else it's a slippery slope. At least it is for me.
Well, or you could just not have craft services, but then all the camera crew get mad at you.
Yeah, they want to eat the stuff.
Yeah, and the guys, the truckers and stuff that work on that, because truckers work in movies. Oh yeah,
they're like the Teamsters.
Teamsters, yeah,
right?
They want snacks.
They get shit done. The Teamsters. You don't mess with them.
Oh, goddamn American Union man.
Yeah, they're the men.
Do the thing.
And women.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Teamsters is a specific uterine infection. No, it's
it's a team.
It's a team. It's a Teamsters. Men do it. Ladies do it. People in transition do it. Everybody, it can be a Teamster. It's nothing to do with your gender or your sexual preference. That's not a thing.
No,
it's about being a member of a team.
It's a team, and it's a great job.
Yeah, sticking up for each other, protecting yourself from the man and exploitation.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty close to that thing that you wanted to tell me.
Oh,
but
that
if
thing
you
I wanted to talk about?
We could try to sneak in one quick. What are you hauling?
Let's do one more. What are you hauling? Who's you got?
We have Clay in Nevada.
Yeah. Okay. You all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Clay in Nevada. What are you hauling?
Hello?
Clay, what are you hauling?
I got a load of tires heading back to Illinois, heading back to my home state.
Ah, that's beautiful. What kind of tires are they?
4-wheel tires for people like you guys that crowd our truck.
Hey, Hey, Clay, thanks for calling. Be safe with those tires, and remember, they're not as bouncy as they first appear. And neither are the tires. I was making a testicle reference. Look, do you want me to tell you about that thing?
Yeah, what was
I
that
like
thing?
that truckers are calling. Now, that's a thing we do now. We call out to the truckers. Well, the first part of the show, we're calling out, and you call in, tell us what you're hauling.
Tell us what you're hauling.
You call us in at the number 1-800-MATTRESS. Is that right?
844-547-3287.
Right. You call us, and you tell us what we're hauling, and then we'll tell America what you're hauling.
Yeah, we might
And
have
then-
a question or two.
And we might have a question too. Maybe a conversation strikes up. Friends become enemies. Enemies become friends. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But mainly what we get is we get America to understand piece by piece the wide variety of goods that are traveling across this nation in the back of these anonymous shipping containers on these
At
18
any
wheel
moment?
at any moment in time.
Yes.
All right.
We'll be back with more Craig Ferguson on SiriusXM Comedy Great. Stick around. It's the Craig Ferguson Show on SiriusXM Comedy Great.
Oh, I am very, very, very excited to be doing the show today.
I know you're really bringing it, and you're connecting with the
Connecting with
truckers.
the trucker- Well, I think we've got a segment. Finally, we've got a signature piece.
Yes.
And we're going to have it on hats, and we're going to have it on T-shirts,
Yeah.
and it's going to be this. What are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
You son of a
That's
bitch.
that's going to be our catchphrase now. We're going to have it. We want it on, like, I want the truckers, when they see somebody, wearing a T-shirt that says, what you hauling, you son of a bitch, you go, with your
yeah.
big freeway horn. I mean, let's get people understanding what we're dealing with here. The 18-wheeled heroes of American life.
There's probably most of what's in this room has been hauled.
Everything in this. I got here by truck.
You were hauled here.
I was hauled here by truck.
Wow.
All right, so let me, if we get any more, if there's any truckers want to call us, tell us what you're hauling, you son of a bitch. Is there anybody else calling
Yeah, I
in?
have a few, and here's one. I know from what is written here what they're hauling, but I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Jim from Oregon.
Jim from Oregon. What are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
Oh, please don't call me a son of a bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. I feel terrible. I was just trying to be fair. I didn't mean that.
Okay. I have beer.
Beer?
Lots of beer. I have 47,000 pounds of beer.
Wow.
That's a lot of beer.
Have you been drinking any of that beer, Jim?
Ew, it's warm.
It's warm now. You don't want to drink it. Well, thanks for calling in, Jim. It's lovely to talk to you. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think I upset Jim by saying what you saw?
I don't know, because Jim, if I'm not mistaken, while Jim was waiting to talk to us, he was hearing the show, so he knew son of a bitch was coming.
Yeah, it was just, I don't mean anything by it. I don't mean Jim's a son of a bitch. I felt like Jim was like...
No, and also, you weren't calling him a son of a bitch in, like, aggressive way.
No, it's what are you hauling? I'm not even talking to Jim. I said, what are you hauling, you son of a bitch? It's such a kind of generic, kind of feel-good term. But now I think we're going to have to cancel the whole bit.
Really? No, not the shirts and everything.
Yeah, the shirts, the T-shirts, the hats.
I'm going to stand up for the bit and say, just because Jim wasn't feeling
Well, you
it.
take the next call, and you say, what are you hauling, you son of a bitch, and see
All
what
right.
happens. All right.
I got John from Texas. John, are you there?
Yeah.
What are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
Oh, you son of a bitch. I am hauling mechanically squeezed chicken to Mexico.
What?
I don't even understand. What is that?
I don't want to know.
You don't even want to know.
They say it's mechanically squeezed chicken, so it's pretty much chicken goo going to Mexico.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, man.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's.
But he was into being called a son of a bitch.
Yeah, he didn't mind it at all. But it seems like when I do it, like you do it, you did a trick. You were like, "Hello, are you there?" And then he said, "Oh yeah, he was there." And then you said, "What
I
are you hauling?"
flirted a little bit
Yeah.
first.
You kind of batted your eyelashes at him a little bit.
Yeah.
Try one more where you do it, and I won't say anything. Like you go ahead.
I'm gonna. Can I say hello? Are you there? Or do I just say what are you?
No,
hauling?
you have to just go straight to what are you hauling, you son of a bitch.
All right. Let's go with Greg from Nebraska.
Okay.
Greg, what are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
I'm hauling ass home.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, is there anything else in your truck except your ass?
Yeah, basically. I'm empty now. I normally haul countertops and doors.
Countertops and doors. Yeah.
Real stuff.
That's real stuff. That's a real, actual thing that people need.
We have countertops and doors in here.
Yeah, well, we're using them right now. In fact, if why are truckers nice to you and not nice to me?
I don't know. I think I just got lucky.
Yeah, I always thought they weren't nice to me, but it's just that, like, sensitive. I feel like I'm maybe too aggressive with my "what are you hauling, you son of a bitch."
From my perspective, I like the way you say it more than when I say it. When I say it, it sounds dumb. I feel like you have like a cool like
I was trying to say like "what are you hauling, you son of a bitch," like that. I was trying to make a thing with it.
Yeah, I really like that.
All right.
Well, do you want to try another?
I'll try one more.
Okay.
Right.
We have how about Todd in Missouri?
All right. You guys ready? Todd, what are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
I'm hauling hospital supplies up into Canada.
Oh, that seems fair enough. Yeah, that hospital supplies.
Yeah, out of Arkansas. I like the idea for the shirts. I'd buy one of them shirts and wear it.
Right. Isn't that a cool thing to have? What you hauling, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
It's like if you're a trucker, that's a kind of cool. Or have it on a hat. It's like it's not going to piss people off, right? It's kind of cool.
Hats, T-shirts.
I think so.
Decals and that put on the back of your trailer.
Right, a little, something like where you put the little Playboy thing, the mud flap. What are you hauling, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun, and then maybe a little, like a little trucker symbol next to it or something.
Yeah,
like a little truck.
Yeah, that's.
Or maybe a piece of hospital equipment.
Oh yeah, a truck with a little symbol
like an X-ray machine.
An entire X-ray machine.
Well, I don't know. They're pretty hard to draw. Well, anyway, thanks for. It was nice to talk to him. What was
Todd?
his name? Todd. Yeah.
Todd gets you. You get Todd. He wasn't super enthusiastic, but it didn't matter. He gets it.
No, he wasn't enthusiastic. He was plenty enthusiastic. It's just his personality. He's a man that sits alone in a cab driving.
But he likes the idea.
Yeah, of course he likes the idea because the idea is a little bit of harmless fun.
Yeah, it's
a little harmless fun. It wasn't mean to end by, but people are sensitive.
Oh, okay. So we don't have to go back to it, but I've been informed that Kim called before, sounded offended, but name's not Jim. It was a woman, and we had the wrong name. We said Jim. It was Kim. Am I right, Dan? Is that a thumbs up? Yeah.
I got to say. I tell you what. I never brought it up, but when I heard Kim's voice, I thought, boy, Jim is a pretty lady voice.
Well, we have our transgender fans, so I was kind of
I didn't want to be.
So that's the whole thing. So it turns out Kim was just caught off guard with the whole Jim Kim thing.
Well, no, but I didn't even say anything. I just said, "What are you all?" Maybe we should get Kim on the line. Is Kim on the line?
Yeah, I think we still have Kim. Is that right?
Kim, are you on the line?
Yeah, we do.
Kim, can I talk to you? Hey, Kim.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
No,
we're there.
What happened? Yeah. Now, Kim, you understand I wasn't calling you a son of a bitch. I wasn't trying to be mean. It's just it's a thing that we do now. We say, "What are you hauling, you son of a bitch?" That's all that's going on. It's no big thing.
You know what? You could say anything and anybody would like it. So
that's right.
It is the way you say it.
It's the way you say it. It's kind of being nice. Kim, we if you excuse us, we have to move on because I just noticed that Artie Lange is coming in. I just saw him coming in
as well.
So we have to call us tomorrow maybe or next week.
Yeah,
and we'll talk it through. In the meantime, drive safe out there, Kim. Drive safe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then maybe that'll be my little thing after "What you hauling, you son of a bitch." I'll also say, drive safe. Drive safe. And hey, let's be careful out there, mud flappers.
Flappers.
Mud flappers. That's what we call each other, my guys.
I feel like we had a beautiful arc on this story where we
started off with a thing.
Yeah, and then it went full circle.
Yeah,
back around.
I mean, it's like the circle is like the Lion King, except with truckers. Like a giant father trucker held a little baby trucker above.
Which is a great idea for a movie.
Hey, now, what you hauling, you son of a bitch? Hey, what you hauling, you son of a bitch?
I love that.
Artie Lange is here, everybody. Now, finally, a bit of class in this dump. Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm holding in my hand to bid you.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely.
Diabetes.
What's up?
Yeah.
How are you, man?
Hey,
what's up?
Hey, you know what, Artie? First of all, here's the big surprise, Artie. I shook
it's
hands.
So funny, see, you're like a big celebrity. You're sitting in a closet.
but here's the thing: you've got hands like a working man.
Yeah.
You have.
I worked. The thing was, I stopped. I got kind of my break in show business at 27, but I had worked like literally labors as I was 13. So I think it's a permanent.
I think it's really good. Do the ladies like it when you
that and full-blown AIDS?
Yeah, well,
you
gotta that, but it's so lovely.
Some ladies like it.
Yeah,
like like the girls on Flavor of Love, they like it. Like those types of girls.
I missed that show. Do you remember that show when one of the girls pooped on the floor? That was when.
Can you be more specific? Was that season 2 or 3?
I think it was season 2. One of the girls.
They did?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to curse?
Oh yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
You said pooped.
No. I. But here's
You're
the
just
thing.
Classy.
I was gonna tell you that we couldn't curse, and then I thought that's cruel, and it wouldn't be fair. But yes, you can curse as much as you want. The only thing is, what happened to me is, they told me I can curse as much as I want, so I've stopped.
Yeah, no, I know. Howard tried to do that when we went over here. He said, here's a good, why don't we try not to curse at all? Because everyone thought we were going to curse all the time.
Right.
And I said, well, I quit. I plan on cursing all the time. He goes, well, you curse and I won't curse. And then it took, I think, 2 days. Rachel Hunter was in our green room, the model, and Howard said something that offended her, and he left. She left the show, and he called her Rachel Cunter for 2 hours.
Oh, come on.
And that's how it stopped. That's how it ended.
And she was married to Rod Stewart, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Do you know Rod Stewart?
Everyone was.
Only people who look like Rod Stewart.
That's true.
All the women married to Rod Stewart look like Rod Stewart. I'm going to see, if I did that, I would only just marry women that looked like me, so I would be, I guess, Liza Minnelli.
Oh, that would be nice.
Would be it. What a Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. Look like Liza. I only dated girls who look like Jon Stewart.
That's all right.
Because it was very funny. But Rod Stewart had the greatest quote about broads. He said, the next time I want to get married, I'm just going to find a girl I hate and buy her a house. He probably had, I think, he said he claimed 60% of his gross income went to divorce.
Whoa.
60%.
60%.
That's big.
Yeah.
That is. But that's what happens.
Number.
Well, Joe has still got his first marriage in front of him. He hasn't been married
never
yet.
been married.
Oh, well, that's good. Neither have I.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you haven't been. So
I can't close.
Oh, really?
Twice, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
You've been close?
They're horrible fiery wrecks. One of them still has a ring. I said, where would you possibly wear that? Where is it appropriate to wear that ring? You should probably be selling it for Adderall. That's a lot of Adderall.
It's a lot of...
$40,000, and she still has it. I go, where would you wear that? Like, if you get a new boyfriend, you're not going to wear it. And why would you have it on when I'm not with you?
So you asked for it back to start off?
Several times.
And she's still not giving it back?
I sent people to get it back.
Well, you had her legs broken?
No, but I had people talk to her.
Right.
As if they were going to break her legs.
Right. So, like, Artie wants his merchandise.
People are good at just talking to you. No, she wouldn't budge.
Well, if you have people that want to, I'm asking for a friend. If you want someone's legs broken, like, would I, we got to take a commercial break while I talk to Artie about
No. I don't. I guess I know people, but I would approach them.
No.
Well, I was a longshoreman for 2 years. There had to be people there,
For sure.
But I didn't ask them.
But you don't seem to me like a rough gent. You're a gentle soul.
That's why I wanted to leave.
Right, because you were too sensitive and you had these girly hands.
Well, sensitive. Yeah, these are considered, like, these hands where I worked are considered like Sarah Jessica Parker's hands. Like they're very,
I imagine she's got quite rough hands.
They're dainty. They're like I was an Annie when I was 12. It's funny you notice that, actually.
What, your rough hands?
Yeah, not a lot of people do.
Well, I kind of feel like I have a certain affinity with you.
Is that true?
I swear to God.
Well, I think you're very funny.
Well, I think you're very funny.
You're a unique guy. It was like refreshing to watch your show because it wasn't like the other shows. It was very unique.
I had this magical thing called Dave owned the real estate, and they couldn't fire me. But that went away.
But still, so he must have liked it. I mean, I'm sure he's got a great sense of humor. And he's smart.
Dave? I don't know. I don't know if
going on? Do you talk to him? No. Of course.
Well, we sit in the hot tub back. But
that beard is extraordinary.
It's crazy, right? He's like mad old hobo looking guy.
He's mad.
Like it. Oh, he's mad. Yeah, he's crazy.
I feel terrible for him because I loved him as a kid, and then I did that show like 12 times.
Right.
And panel in there was so intimidating, but I always did well. But the last time he was not a happy guy. The last time I did it was right after that intern thing, and he had such contempt for all the people around him, like they surround you. Doing the commercial. And he's tortured because he has to talk to me.
I know, but let me tell you, I worked for him for 10 years, and every conversation I ever had with him, with the exception of 2 phone calls, is available on YouTube. I never talked to him.
Oh, right. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, so it was just on the show.
Everybody else, well, did you go back and say hi to the guests when you had a guest on before the show?
For the first couple of years, then I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, Howard had a thing where he wouldn't talk to them because he wanted everything to be spontaneous.
Right.
But during the commercial, Letterman would always go over a loud band, and Howard always talked about this. He would say to me, "How's Norm?" Norm Macdonald, and I would go, "He's pretty good." And then I always got that far, and people wished me away.
Do you keep in touch with Norm? How is Norm?
I talk to Norm. Yeah.
Do you remember when I did the Norm show with you years ago?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you guys were really, I was scared. I was a little scared of you and Norm because you're both.
Well, you were on Drew Carey. We had the same guy,
Bruce Helford. Right? Yeah, but I was a little scared because like you and Norm are like kind of funny New Yorkers.
Well, you're funny too, though.
Yeah, but you guys were.
That's so funny. We were intimidated by you.
No.
Well, you were on the hit show.
Yeah, but I was 8th banana on the hit show. I was like Gunter on Friends or something.
It's so funny to go to Bruce Helford's beautiful home and know you're on the show that is not getting him this.
You're right. He had
8 shows on it.
He had a lot of shows on. He had the Drew Carey show. He had the Norm show.
And that was an immediate hit, right, Drew Carey, right?
No, it wasn't. Drew was living in his car at the start of that show.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
He was a big-time comedian.
No, he was living in his car. It was a big car. But he was...
Got a bigger one now.
Yeah, he's got that sweet Price is Right money.
Whose line is it anyway?
Whose line?
Every time I saw him in Vegas, he'd be up like 20 grand. I'd be down $10,000. And he'd tell me about how many Whose Lines is it anyway he can tape in a day. Like 30.
Do you know the first...
30 today.
One of the first times I went to Vegas, I was so excited about going to Vegas, I forgot my wallet.
You're better off.
Right. So I forgot my wallet, and so I said to Drew, this is really embarrassing. I forgot, but we were on Tim Allen's private jet. I said to him, hey,
unbelievable.
I said, I've forgotten. I didn't bring any money. I'm such an idiot. He went, here, take $1,000.
Tim said that?
No.
Drew said.
He said, here's $1,000. I can give me it back later. I was like, oh, thanks, man. So I take $1,000. I used about $40 on a meal.
And you didn't gamble.
I don't gamble. I'm Scottish. So it's like it doesn't fit with the Scottish psyche.
So's Norm. That trait went right by him.
Right. I'll get addicted to anything else, but gambling
really
just doesn't sing to me for some reason.
Well, you'd probably drink and.
Oh yeah, I did.
Gambling is you consider throwing money away, right?
Yeah, it's just dumb. I don't get anything from it.
That's what I like.
So, but I give Drew the $1,000 back the next day, and he'd forgotten about it. $1,000. He's like, what is that for?
Pauly Shore was on the show once, and I asked him how many Playboy playmates he slept with, and the answer made me want to hit him with a machete. He said, I don't know. That's not the worst thing ever.
Or maybe I don't know because I haven't slept with any.
No, it's here.
It was the opposite. Oh, Pauly Shore.
That makes you want to just kill him.
Well, look, a lot of these girls probably don't feel good about it either.
Well, who cares?
Oh, come on. Come on, Artie.
Well, look, this is modern day talk shows. I said Pauly Shore, and he's just right up there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they have screens now that Pauly Shore... Stop putting Pauly Shore on screens near us.
I say something, I don't want it up there. Like, toe fungus.
Don't put toe fungus up. Don't do it. Because they will. You've got to turn off the TVs.
It's unreal.
Yeah, they will put up anything. And it's radio anyway. Why the fuck do we have to see pictures of it? It's not like the truckers who are going by. Put it up in their cabs.
Well, I was curious about, what could they possibly be paying you here? Like, why are you here? You got to have like $1 billion.
Yeah, I know, but I'm eccentric.
So you come here with, look, this is unbelievable. Like, this is a big deal for Sirius. They couldn't be paying you.
Well, you know what
you're worth.
You'd think it'd be a big deal for them. But frankly, they've treated me a little disrespectfully. They're
Artie doesn't seem surprised.
Well, Howard has all the money.
Yeah, well, I was on Howard's show the other day.
How'd you like? That's the best ever. Mario Lopez on the toe fungus commercial is the best acting of all time.
I've never seen that before.
Okay.
Yeah,
let me try and explain it to you.
Okay.
Marlon Brando could not do this better. Here's his character.
Right.
He plays a guy like a Ryan Seacrest is in a tux. He's on a red carpet.
Right.
And he thinks a big movie star is going to get out of a limo.
Right.
George Clooney, that's what he thinks.
Right.
But a movie star does not get out of a limo. What gets out of a limo instead is toe fungus.
Oh, Jesus.
And now, not a toe playing with toe fungus, not a guy in a top hat. It's the actual fungi is what gets out of the limo. So he goes, this is the turn he makes acting, and I don't think anyone could do this better. He goes, coming out, who could it be? Who could it be? Whoa, toenail fungus. I mean, how is he not at the Cleos? And then at the end, there's that picture.
So the picture we're looking at now.
And the toenail fungus with a top hat on. And it's the only time where if you asked a human being, who would you rather go have a beer with, he'd say the toe with the top hat on.
The toe fungus wearing a top hat.
The toe fungus wearing a top hat.
Oh, my God. I've never seen that commercial. I have to see that commercial.
Wow. And I guess you've never watched Ellen.
No, I you know what? Weirdly enough, I know I look like a big Ellen fan. But I kind of haven't seen. I've been on Ellen, not sexually, obviously, but I have been on the show.
You have, yeah. You've been on every show.
I think I've been on every show.
Yes,
I think I've been every show. That's it.
Well, you're very funny. You always bring it.
Well, thank you, Artie. I always think that you do too. You're a very funny man.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I noticed you got in a little bother last week with the.
It's gotta be a bit of a.
Well, here's the thing.
Kind of a theme.
Well, here's the thing. What I thought about it when you got arrested last week, I was like, really, man?
Yeah,
right, well done, Sherlock Holmes. You busted Artie for having some drugs. It was like, well, you know when Willie Nelson's tour bus get busted for weed in Texas? I was like, oh, fucking great detective work, officer. Leave him alone,
Way to
for
go,
God's
Leave
sake.
him alone.
Leave him alone.
No, it really was disgusting. And I know cops in that town. I've done benefits. Well, I can't say anything.
Oh, are you under? Well, okay.
Well, my lawyer said.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But let's talk in general terms. I'll talk in general terms.
Let's just say I had stuff on me.
Well, here's the thing. The stuff that you may or may not have had on you. I believe I have taken, up until recently, I've taken every drug I've ever heard of. But they've introduced new drugs.
Heroin too?
Oh, yeah, I took heroin.
Angel dust?
I never took angel dust knowingly. Now, is angel dust like bath salts?
No, not that I know of. I've never eaten somebody's face on it.
Right.
And I've been around some tasty-looking faces. No, angel dust is very dangerous.
What is it made of?
It's actually embalming fluid. It's like formaldehyde.
No.
It embalms you.
From the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They call it zooted. I've done it a couple times. I've smoked a joint with angel dust on it. They call that an oolie, or that's crack.
Jesus, I don't know anything about it. I thought I had been into drugs.
You got to go to rehab. Some of the 19-year-old rich white girls will say stuff like this in rehab. Oh, my boyfriend's jealous because I smoke oolies with the guy who lives above the Sunoco station on Tuesdays. All the winners in your life. My boyfriend's jealous because I smoke oolies.
Wow.
Imagine that's your daughter.
Oh,
you held that girl after she was born.
Oh, Lord. My son is sitting right over there in the corner.
Get out. Is that your kid?
Yeah, this is my son. Milo.
Hey, buddy,
never
how you
smoke
doing?
oolies.
Oh, he's such a nice looking kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
You can tell he's not an arrogant kid.
He's not interested in any of that shit.
Did you ever bang the Hilton?
Hey, come on. Milo, go and get some coffee.
I'll get his
Stop
pipes
laughing
cleaned.
at your Uncle Artie.
I got his pipes cleaned. Now, do you know your mother?
No, Artie. Milo, get out of here.
Who's your mom?
No, get
She's
out of
clearly
here.
white. I love that his mom's white.
Well, sort of. Now, listen.
Is your mom Kerry Washington?
Yeah.
Have you dated a celebrity girl?
Milo, can you go get me a cup of coffee, son? Thank you. Let's go.
I'll take some oolies.
Yeah, you get some oolies for your Uncle Artie and come on back.
Go to 109th in Amsterdam. Ask for Carlo.
You can't get
Go to 109th and say Punta.
No. Look, he's never been so excited. That kind of language is not allowed.
Now, you strict. Clearly, his baby mama's in his life, right?
Yeah.
Are you married still?
Yeah, I was married to his mom. I'm not married to his mom anymore.
But good for you.
Yeah.
What that cost?
About 60%.
That cost to get her not to come here today.
No.
She seems nice.
She's a lovely woman.
She seems nice.
How old is he?
He's nearly 16.
Oh wow, okay.
But he's so much nicer than I was at 16.
Yeah. Were you a troublemaker or a rabble rouser?
I've I've been to rehab. I was a drunk.
And are you in the pro? You friend of Bill's?
Yeah, I'm friend of. I've been 25 years.
So that's the condescending attitude.
No, what you're hearing is, Artie.
Is this an intervention?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Here's your Uncle Sonny.
No. You know what? It's not. It's not. It is a completely non-judgmental conversation.
Right. No, I don't feel like it.
No, I'm not. Absolutely not. I kind of, in a way. No, I don't miss it. Actually, I don't.
People
miss
judge me all the time. They're called judges.
But they're only doing what society asks of
them. They're only black robes.
Yeah.
I got a court date April 3rd. I'm looking at time.
No,
Listen,
you're not looking at actual time.
I've done time. I did 4 months in LA County Jail. I showered in between a blood and a crib. I was never so happy to be fat and ugly in my life.
but you were between a blood and a crib. You were a peacemaker.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's not what it's considered.
No, you take an appendage on each side and you sing "We Are the World." We are the children.
I did anything to keep them away from me. I would sing like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I am HIV positive."
Did you? Were you scared? Were you scared?
It's the first time I ever said, "God, I'm glad I don't look like Blair Underwood."
Yeah,
I usually want to look like him.
Is that a dude?
Blair Underwood, very handsome man.
Yeah.
You haven't assimilated to the country yet, have you?
No,
Blair
really.
Underwood.
I've been here 20 years. Who's Blair Underwood?
L.A. Law.
Oh, yeah. Why did you choose that guy?
Because he's a good-looking black guy.
He is a good-looking black man. That's true.
I'm secure in my sexuality to say that.
No. I mean, clearly he's a beautiful man. They're putting up all sorts of pictures of him.
If I was in the joint with those One Direction kids, it'd be over.
No. Well, 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months.
For what? Possession?
Possession, but I took a swing at the cop.
There's your mistake
I took
right
a
there.
Big up for 5 days haymaker.
No, that's...
a Los Angeles cop.
Well, they don't like that.
No.
Was it pre or post OJ?
Post.
Oh, really?
Post, yeah.
Yeah, that's your problem.
I tried to get Kardashian to hide my weapon.
Yeah. Did you watch that on Netflix, that thing?
I thought I knew everything about it, but that taught me a lot of things. I
did not know the thing where he said he didn't ask how she died.
I know.
I'm like, oh, come on.
It's like his blood is all over the glove. But the way they look, Darden looks like such an idiot. But did you ever hear that joke? What was the waiter's name?
Ron Goldman?
Yeah, right. What did he say to her in heaven? Her in heaven. Did you ever hear that one?
No.
Here's your fucking glasses. Because he was mad.
Yo, no, I understand. I understand why he would be upset.
I'm chilling in the control room.
They're just happy you're here and that you sent my son out.
If he comes back with Oolies,
if he comes back with Oolies, he's in trouble. He's grounded.
Are you strict?
I'm a little. No, actually, I'm not too. I don't have to be.
No, he's a good kid. I can tell he's a good kid.
Yes, he's a good guy. Were you troubled when you were a kid? You a troubled kid? A little bit.
Yeah, I had a dad who was like a best friend.
Yeah. That's a little tricky. That you got to be. You got to have someone who kind of like goes, no. Artie.
We had a lot in common. We both fucked the chick I took to the prom.
Oh boy. Well,
no, he was like a type of guy he was a low level criminal. He was up for counterfeiting money when I was born, and I went to the lawyer that the low level mob guys got him in Newark. Said, take your son to the court, and just as they were about to give the verdict, my mother said, I smiled at the jury and I got him off. I got my father fucking off.
Wow. That's kind of beautiful and kind of awful. At the same time.
I know, but he was like that kind of dad, like a best friend. Like we've all been there where you get your father off for a counterfeiting. Right?
Yeah, sure. I remember getting my dad out of trouble with the mob.
Do you come from royalty? Like high level?
No. I come from Glasgow, which is
blue collar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Braveheart set in Detroit.
I'd watch that.
They may take our lives, but they're not taking our release.
Now, what about, were you like Mel Gibson's father, where you think the Holocaust didn't happen? They just moved. To the Bronx.
No. I was a Scottish Protestant. Everything was a sin.
Right.
Everything was bad. Everything was.
So
naughty.
did you rebel against a religion? Like, are you an atheist?
No, I don't think I am. Actually, that's
already?
too religious. Yeah, he's bringing me my oolies. Now, don't get too close to your Uncle Artie.
He's going through that. He's getting that awkward stage.
Yeah. Little
You're gonna
bit.
shave soon.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, do I have to do? Do I want to talk about
thing
this?
that you wanted to talk about with
Did
us.
you ever? Did you ever? You ever do the live reads when you were on Howard?
No, not on Howard.
Howard.
He would always, he was a master at them. Actually, the one he refused after he got married, he didn't want to do this thing for that Ashley Madison where promoted cheating.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do that, so they said let Artie do it. And I think Ashley Madison was like, "Well, is that a little less?" if the iconic superstar doesn't do it, and the guy who looks like the Grimace, homeless, does it, can we get about $2,000 knocked off?
There'll be more of Craig Ferguson on SiriusXM right after this. It's the Craig Ferguson Show on SiriusXM Comedy Greats.
All right, so we're here. Artie Lange is here. And now, Artie, you may or may not have been sort of wrongfully arrested or rightfully arrested fairly recently.
Right, yeah.
But maybe no or maybe yes.
We'll find out.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Are you clean and sober right now?
No.
Not today.
Well, today, yeah, but I mean, for the week, I count like within the week. If you're not within the week, you're lying.
Well, I don't know, man. It depends.
No,
I mean,
I wouldn't describe myself as clean and sober. No.
Do you?
Clean?
Well, you look clean to me.
I mean,
physically,
I showered.
Well, yeah, you physically look clean, and you're
not right now.
Are you in distress mentally? Do you feel like you want some kind of drug or alcohol or something?
All the time, yeah.
See that?
I look forward to it.
Yeah, you really?
Yeah, I gotta have something to look forward to in life. Like within hours. I guess you would call me just weird or something. I don't know. I like what you look forward to eating. You look forward to sex. You look forward to getting high or something. I want to know the day is going to get better.
Right.
Right. It could be comedy too. But that goes away. And I don't know. No, I'd be lying to you if I said I'm clean and sober right now.
Well, here's what I think, because I remember when I first got sober, that I didn't, when they said to me, try and get to the end of the day without drugs or alcohol, I was like, well, what, they would say, can you get to bed tonight without? I go, yeah, I can get to bed, and then I lie there for an hour sweating and get up and go and cop. So
I could do that. I keep heroin in the pillow.
Well, so you gotta. Here's the thing. Probably best not to keep heroin in the house. If you're serious,
it should be hard to get.
It should be a little harder to get. If you're reasonably serious about getting clean,
it should be hard to get.
Yeah, it should be a little more difficult. You shouldn't be able to just put your hand out and get it like your iPhone.
I don't know where my iPhone is.
Yeah. Well, there's your problem. You're addicted to the wrong thing. Everybody else is addicted to their fucking phone.
It's the first generation that's not as smart as their phone.
It really is as well.
Smartphone, smart water.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite frankly, I don't like it. I carry these around because I snorted glass. You want to hear a story? I feel like Louis Anderson. I don't know where we are.
Did you ever snort glass by accident?
I was the worst thing ever to me is a good-looking woman with drugs, and I used to have them all over the country because they all think I get them on Stern. So there was a woman in Boston who was really beautiful, but like I met her 15 years ago. The type of chick, she was a first-round draft pick, like in 1984. Now she's ready for a Hall of Fame speech, like bad knees. And but I saw her recently, and she still looks beautiful, and she tracked me down at a gig, and she had coke on her, and I couldn't. It's like the devil. I couldn't resist it, and it started a 2-week run where I was taking her on the road with me, and we were at the Four Seasons in St. Louis, and she ordered room service while I was in the shower. Now this broad could find the most expensive plate of strawberries in any town you were in, like whipped cream, like $80 plates of strawberries.
Yeah, that'd be in the Four Seasons for sure. That's a good place to look.
She loved it. She knew how to live. So she cut up a pill, oxycodone, with a salt shaker, and it broke, and she didn't know that. Then a package came for her at the front desk, of course, and she left. So now I saw the line. I didn't know there was glass in it, and I did it, and it was like a zipper. And honestly, Greg, I said, you know what? I should be upset. I looked in the mirror and I said, well, now everything's happened. Everything has happened. So I went to a doctor who was probably not the one I should have went to.
But a doctor,
and he ruined it.
Gave me better drugs?
Yeah, and he ruined it.
Yeah.
So now my nose is permanently attached to this side. This side of my nostril, like right here. And when I blow my nose, it bleeds. And so I'm on stage in Pittsburgh a day later, and my nose starts bleeding profusely. It looks like a Brian De Palma movie. And the Pittsburgh fans, they're such nice people, the fans of mine that I made on Howard. They're like my cousins or something.
Yeah.
They came up and they just like hugged me.
Well, it's the weird thing.
It was like a loving. And I went to an AA meeting in Pittsburgh at midnight. I got to tell you, man, you want to know why Trump won? Oh, my God. I felt like these kids say I'm their hero. And I got to tell them, no, please don't say that. I wasn't a heroin addict at 22. I was a bit of a, ambitious guy. I was in every other drug, but the opiates are so terrible.
Yeah.
Like I wish if I could go back and the me that did heroin the first time, I would tackle me. I literally tackle me. I said out loud, alone in a hotel room, I said, I'm in trouble. I said that to nobody.
Yeah.
And my head hit the pillow, and I'll tell you how great heroin is. I was in the bed at 4 a.m. on the road. There was a movie on demand called Alex and Emma with Luke Wilson and Kate Hudson, and I didn't turn it off.
Wow.
Because I was so comfortable. And by the end, I was saying, oh, Alex, come on, don't say that to Emma. She's been everything. How could you say that?
That's rock bottom there.
No, well, it's also euphoria.
Yeah.
I would have put anything else on if I was straight. An episode of Growing Pains I would have put on. But
do you want to get straight? Do you want to?
Sometimes no.
That's okay. It's an honest answer.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I mean,
what replaced that for you? What replaced the high for you? Or did you not need to replace? Like, what replaced getting high for you? I guess making billions of dollars.
No, actually, no.
Well, your work, no?
No, I think what it is that because I don't feel good all the time, and I certainly don't feel like I'm, banging a tambourine.
But nobody does, though,
no, right? And so I think what it was, I kind of went through the program.
Right, you got to really work.
You kind of have to do it.
Yeah,
man. You can. I mean, and it's not that hard. I think what happens is that you can, because it's difficult at first, you can get into a kind of into a circle of thinking it's really, really difficult. I'm never.
It's in my head where I can't do it. It really is.
Yeah, of course you can do it.
But I'm saying I don't. I probably can. But I will say this: the people that I met who have really worked that program and get to the 12-step where they want to help people just because it'll help them almost.
Right.
They're the best people I've ever met in my life. They're better than shrinks. They're better than therapists because it's not about money. And the friends that I have, and there's a lot of them who in my profession and who are really great people who call me famous people calling me who have clearly things better to do, and they just want to help me out. They really want to know how I'm doing.
And it's a genuine thing. I mean,
the 12-step. If you get to that, I've met unreal people.
I think that even before that, though, I mean, if you clearly are an intelligent, funny, interesting, complicated, dark human being,
right?
That's just the kind of thing they're looking for.
What do you mean, like the
sober community,
right?
You know what I mean? It's like nobody's looking for you to be like. I think sometimes it gets confused. I mean, you see like the kind of idea of a TV movie, like people somehow get morally.
I know.
Great.
That's scary, too.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I don't believe in any of that.
And it's born in religion. It's born in Catholicism, the whole program, and they had to turn God to higher power, all that stuff, because I think because a lot of intelligent people are atheists and they weren't.
You know what? Not so. Let me tell you.
Well, some are and some aren't.
No, but let me, because I got sober in Glasgow with shipyard workers who are nearly all atheists, who are communists.
Right, but that's a tough group to get sober.
No, because here, you know the history of it? It was Carl Jung.
Yeah, sure.
Carl Jung was treating a guy called Roland Hazard, who's from a rich family in New York. You know the story?
I know of it, sure. Yeah. Not in detail, though, but I know.
Here's the thing. Roland Hazard goes to see Carl Jung. He's this rich dipsomaniac in the jazz age, right?
Right.
So they send him to Carl Jung. He's a disgrace to the family, and Carl Jung treats him for a year, says, you're cured. Right? Then Roland goes to New York. No, he goes back to Paris. He's in Carl Jung's in Switzerland. He goes to Paris. He's about to sail home. He's in Paris for like 2 hours,
Right.
and he gets shit faced, and his family are like,
Happened to me, too.
Yeah, like so they he goes back to Carl Jung and he says, well, what can I do? And Carl Jung says, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you.
Right.
You're a chronic alcoholic.
There's nothing I can do for you.
Except, he said, was nothing. And he says, well, every now and again, people have a religious experience that so alters their psyche, right, that it will change your personality sufficiently. It gives you relief from that.
It's unbelievable how when you finish, I'll tell you how I can relate to this right now. But go ahead.
Right. So what I think Bill Wilson set out to do, what I'm pretty sure Bill Wilson set out to do,
right,
was to artificially recreate that religious experience just to sufficiently alter the personality so that you could be free of the compulsion to drink.
So you had that experience in your life. You had something like that.
I went through a series of difficult times where you know what I didn't do? I just didn't fucking put it in my body even when I really wanted to.
Well, sometimes I think it comes down to just that. It's just simply willpower. You just don't do it.
Or kind of just, like rather than picking up the phone, and calling somebody and say, I really want to do it. Yeah. You go, yeah, got it. I'll be right over.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Don't call a dealer, just call someone who's sober. And just call the right person.
I'll tell you what, unfortunately, a lot of dealers I've had are my favorite people.
Well,
I have their better sense of humor. I have a great conversation right up until they go, you owe me $80,000.
Right. That's always a bit of a downer in a conversation.
I said, whoa, this is going so well. Yeah. I know what you're saying. The spiritual thing, I think it's going to have to come down to something like that, and there's things in my life that can be considered that, and that never works. It never works for a long period of time because it's really a commitment.
It's not really though. That's why I think you fooled yourself.
To work the 12 steps.
I think you got it. For me, I had to, especially at the beginning. That a whole day at a time was too much.
Yeah,
couldn't do it. It had to be like
that.
30 minutes.
For you.
30 minutes. It has to
wow!
Be, I have to be. If I can if I can keep it together for 30 minutes, and you put 30 minutes together, and then sometimes you get it up to an hour.
Yeah,
and then an hour turns, and it's like it's practice.
Right. So that to me, I consider that work. I consider that putting a lot of time in because I have such a terrible attitude towards it. I just thank God when I was 28, a girl got an abortion without telling me. She told me she was pregnant and she got an abortion. And I hated her for so long, but it was the best decision ever. In August of 97, that kid would be 20. Yeah. And he would not look like your kid. It would look like my kid.
But here's the thing. I think that you think in such big chunks.
Yeah.
And I think look, I'm not here to fucking lecture you, man.
I don't feel like you're lecturing me at all.
I swear to God.
I actually appreciate it.
No, I think what it is like maybe just think smaller. You don't have to think about the 20-year thing about
that is hard. 20 years.
You just think, okay, I'll get to the end of this show.
Right.
I'll get to.
Well, now you're talking a big.
I'll get to the next commercial.
So the reality is, before the end of the show, I'm not going to go in the bathroom.
I think you should probably try it. I would consider it a personal favor.
I let Viking in there in 2009.
In this building, it's still here. These people are not picking it up.
I used to order a white pizza. That was what happened.
Did you like working here? Did you like working in this area?
Yes, I did. I loved my job.
How are you and Howard? Are you okay? I mean,
it's terrible.
We're
really? Like mortal enemies. It's crazy. I mean,
that seems such a shame.
I don't know. He doesn't like me, and he started it. He started not liking me, and I don't know. Again, it's like I don't know. He just did some asshole things, and I was like, well, now I don't like you. Right. Now we don't like each other.
Oh man, I
love the guy in the sense that he did such a great thing for me, and I'm puzzled why. Look, there's the obvious reason. I fell asleep on his show. Well, Kathy Griffin was talking.
I mean, there are certain things where you have to understand that maybe you've hurt someone's feelings.
No, but I think it helped. Kathy Griffin was telling about how she she always wanted to tell her mother she got nominated for an Emmy, and her father had just died. And when she was telling Howard the story about it, she told her mom that, and she was crying. And an audible snore. Howard, and I told my mother,
man.
I know Dad just passed away, but guess what happened? I got nominated for.
Oh man, that is.
And she went, does he have to be in here? And I said, I don't know, do I?
Oh God.
And I kicked her makeup artist out.
Oh dear.
Which, by the way, if you've seen her without it, the most important person in her life.
Oh.
She looks like David Faustino with it.
Oh, who's that again?
The kid from Married with Children.
Oh yeah. Oh.
If you Google it, you're gonna laugh.
No, they're going to Google it. It'll come up on the thing.
Oh, wait, where's David Faustino?
Yeah,
David
Faustino. Yeah, that's the. It was Married with Children.
Can
right?
we get a split screen with him and Kathy?
Yeah,
and Mario Lopez.
and toe fungus. And toe fungus.
I feel like I'm body judging. There were times where he used it for comedy. But no, I don't know what I did. There had to be something else.
Maybe you disappointed them a bit.
Sure. But I left a lot of blood on that floor, man.
Yeah,
I did what I had to do. I didn't have to walk out on 6th Avenue at 11 o'clock in the morning and have a UPS guy go, did she really have a dick? I didn't have to do that.
No, you didn't have to do
for
that.
$900,000 a year?
No, you didn't have to do that.
No, I love the guy to death. I would take a bullet for him. Maybe. But, I just don't know. He started it.
Right.
I feel like we're in 8th grade now. He started acting like a bit of a shithead. And he wouldn't pick up the phone and call me back, so...
Well,
on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I've wandered into like bullets are flying, and now I'm going to get in trouble.
Well, don't insult him here.
No, I would never insult him. Anyway.
Well,
actually, I did the show this weekend. He was really nice to me and really.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, no, come on, man, come on.
I can see why you don't drink.
Yeah, well, if you'd have seen me in the day,
kidding, of course.
It was. I mean, it was a real thing. I wasn't like I had a couple of glasses of sherry at Downton Abbey. I mean, it was a real thing. I feel like I have to justify my sobriety.
The show changed. I think I would not fit in the current show the way he does it, and I admit that freely. I would not fit into a Gwyneth Paltrow interview about her green drink. No one would let me near her.
Joe, I'm going to let you talk now. I'm going to leave because
what are you up for a Gwyneth Paltrow film?
Yeah, no.
That's what started to happen.
Well,
what happened was we would always bash celebrities on the show, and then he would meet one of them in the Hamptons with his new big life, and I'd say something about like Orlando Bloom, who we made fun of forever, and he'd go, "Hey, what's your problem with Orlando Bloom?" I'm like, I don't know. Don't we have a problem with Orlando Bloom?
He is a very beautiful man.
I said, have we always had a problem with good-looking guys?
No.
And he would give me shit on the air. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't get the memo. Send it to me, and I'll talk about whatever you want. I just want the $900,000 a year. There he is. Look at him.
Well,
I can't make fun of that guy.
No, he's beautiful. Come on, he's sensitive.
I'd fuck him.
Oh, Artie.
Is he in One Direction?
He can't in a way.
Yeah,
he's going in one direction.
This is what you see in here in this series. Like two guys. What are they talking about?
Oh, in series, guys walking by.
They're making $8.
They have lockers there. What are those lockers for?
Exactly.
They keep healthy pursuit stuff.
Look at how much that one kid looks like Mick Jagger in One Direction. Look at him.
He does look like.
Doesn't he? He's got his kid.
They don't know they're beautiful.
That's why I like them.
Yeah. They're insecure, but I don't know what for.
That would be One Direction. Chris.
Yeah.
You know the lyrics.
What music do you like, Artie? Come on, talk to me about it. Talk to me about anything
I like
except
classic rock.
Really?
I mean, I like Bruce Springsteen.
Now, didn't Bruce Springsteen try and help you get sober too?
Yeah. Call me.
Everybody wants you to get sober, except you.
Call me at home.
Yeah.
And we talked for an hour and a half, and he said, "Yeah, man." It was unbelievable because I was a teenager when Born in the USA came out, and I saw him a million times, and I was a big fan. He knew that, and I could tell he knew it was important to me that he called, which was nice. And it went so long the phone call, I started asking him questions about songs like the Broad in Backstreets. Every asshole question, but he was so nice. So cut to a year later in Paris. I go to see him in Paris, and I see him at the after party at the Four Seasons on the Champs-Élysées. And he comes up to me and goes, how you doing? I go, dude, I think I did what you never do. I said, I think I beat it. I think I'm okay. I've been straight and clean. And he goes, that's amazing. And he hugged me and goes, be prosperous. And I said, thanks. Great. 20 hours later, I was in jail in Paris. I was in a Paris jail for public drunkenness.
Oh, my God.
With a guy who I think, this old guy, like the Otis of Paris, like he kept saying, and I think he charged the Bastille when he was 18. I'm like, what? This is out of it. I said, what if Springsteen sees this?
That's what you were worried about?
20 hours later. Well, yeah.
Now, what happened in the 20 hours from Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, I had a little discussion with my girlfriend. Who didn't want to go to the Bruce concert because it's not her generation.
Right.
I go, okay, well, I'll go with you to the fucking whatever show.
Right.
Whatever asshole has a laptop and electronic music. What do you yell out at an electronic show? The guy's got a laptop. Hit the space bar. Send an email, DJ Tessio, you fucking asshole.
Oh, man.
And she liked DJ Tessio.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. I said, I took her to the show. I dropped her off. I felt like her dad. I said, I'll get you right here.
Jesus. And that's what you get in an argument. So you lost your temper and you go and get drunk?
And I got drunk. And but the hotel I was staying at, a friend of mine is good friends with Bill Murray. And Bill Murray gave us he goes, tell Artie to stay at this hotel at Teshia. He goes, I read up on Artie and it's very celebrity friendly. So I said, okay, he could not have been more right. I got so mad at this broad, I threw all of her clothes out on the boulevard. I threw all of her clothes, which I bought every one of them, out on the boulevard. The doorman, who I tipped $5,000, came up and folded them as if I sent them out for laundry. He picked them up twice.
If you tip me $5,000, I'll go and pick up your girlfriend's clothes in the street.
I threw them out violently. I was like yelling out, fuck, the French. I fucked Carlo Brunzi, whatever, and he enjoy your clothes, and I gave him $5,000, and he goes, till next time. But the French police were so cool. They said, if he goes in New York, they hit you in the head. No. He goes, you sleep it off. If you just have booze, you will let you go. And thank God I had no dope. I just was drinking. And I passed the piss test at 9 a.m. They said, bye.
Really? They just let you after
They
you
let
get
me
drunk?
out. I had no shirt because I got in a fight with one of them.
Right.
The gendarmes. It's like an Abbott and Costello movie. And they gave me this thing made out of that shitty toilet paper you get in school, like that type of material.
Yeah, the very crinkly Bible
exactly.
paper. Yeah.
It gives you a rash.
Right.
I had that over my bare chest, and I was on the Champs-Élysées trying to get a cab for an hour.
I'm kind of getting a hard on.
That does it for you.
I hope that your life's on tape, like defending your life with Albert Brooks, and that part is there.
Oh, my God.
It took me an hour to get a cab, then I got back.
But do you kind of like that? Do you kind of like the anecdotal quality of all that kind of stuff? Because I kind of get a vibe that you kind of enjoy the drama of it.
I didn't do it on purpose, but once you're out of it, if it gets me another album.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm on my third book.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. If you can write a book, you've got a sense of that.
But I know a guy who I tell stories till he writes a book.
Well, if you can make a commitment to sit next to a guy talking to him for a while.
I tell another guy who I like, and he tells him.
Right.
No.
Okay. So
it is. I wrote a lot of them. I technically did write two books. They were both best. One debuted #1.
I remember Too Fat to Fish.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, it's a good book.
And the second one did, and because I had stabbed myself 9 times.
Yeah, no.
I said to Simon & Schuster, how about this gift?
But also, you stab yourself 9 times. Yeah. You don't have a lack of commitment. You can take an idea and run with it. Well,
if I had abs, I'd be dead.
Yeah,
I couldn't get through the blubber.
That is. I remember the night. I think I was.
You do?
I do. I remember. Everybody remembers when they
were
when Artie stabbed himself 9 times.
It's like the new Kennedy assassination.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. Where were you when Artie stabbed himself 9 times?
Where was your kid when that happened?
Oh, he was tucked up in bed safely. After a good story.
Dad, I'm sensing Uncle Artie's in trouble.
No. Your Uncle Artie is fine.
I got to tell you, you and Rosie O'Donnell talked about it out of the blue on your show.
Did we?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Yeah, I do, actually.
She said something. Actually, you seem like you don't really care.
No,
But
I do care.
but she said, hey, on Artie Lange. It got no applause. But, and you just kind of moved on. So I understand you're in a play, you said.
I said that?
Yeah.
I think what I might have been doing.
You're a seasoned performer.
You know what I might have been doing, and because I'm kind of aware of that right now. I'm kind of sensing it. As I don't want to feel like I'm judging you or exploiting you.
No.
And I think.
What do you think? This is not going to help you? Me here.
No,
how's it going to help you?
No, I'm not interested in that. I'm more kind of interested. Weirdly enough, I think I'm kind of get my jollies, get the idea of that it would help you.
Of course it would.
To not have it be, something that I could wag my finger at you and say, no, Artie.
Right. No, I know everything is a defense mechanism. Everything I'm doing right now, of course, is like putting up a barrier against reality, I mean, you're a guy I admire. I quite frankly, I don't have to do radio shows at this time. I came because of you. You know, and I said, well, that's cool.
And I appreciate it. And I really, it's kind of like I feel kind of conflicted about it because in one part it's very funny and and I am a big fan of you and your comedy. And the other part of me thinks you don't need to be.
I don't think I need to be, but it happened, when I try to, the Richard Pryor style. I think that first Richard Pryor film, when he's in like the red sort of 70s disco shirt, that's the best set of stand-up ever, because it's a guy who was really funny to begin with, grew up in a whorehouse, and he was 40 when he did that, so he lived life, and he had all these amazing stories. And
is that the Sunset Strip one?
It's just called Richard Pryor Live.
Right.
The next one is after he burned himself.
That's right. When he ran down the street on fire.
Yeah.
You got to think, if I survive this is going to be great.
He lit himself on fire, and he did a movie about it.
Oh, my God.
So that type of thing of turning tragedy into comedy, he had an amazing punchline. I laughed like, sometimes I still watch it because sometimes I can't believe the punchline, was coming, and it looked like the microphone was part of his fucking arm, like he was born to do that. And he goes, he had bought his wife a car, and he said, so I started, the cocaine I was doing said, shoot that car, Richard. So I started shooting the car, and I'm like, this is my car, but I'm shooting the car anyway. Then the vodka I was drinking said, shoot the tires out. I started shooting the tires out. I'm like, yeah, I'm shooting the tires out. And then the cops started coming, and I said, fuck, I better stop, because the cops don't shoot cars, they shoot niggas. When he said niggas, I said, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. I had a barrel over laughing. I had to go outside. There wasn't enough room in the house to laugh. You just don't see it coming. And he made niggas rhyme with cars. It's a wordsmith.
Do you?
You guys don't think the same?
No. Did you ever meet him?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
He did. The last time he was ever on television was The Norm Show, the sitcom. And technically, if there's any justice, it should be the last time I was on television. Any of us, really. We had guest stars like yourself.
Right.
And Norm asked.
I don't think I was quite the same caliber as Richard.
Well, you were,
star
he
week.
couldn't. He was like, he was gone already.
I remember. I met him.
And so I guess maybe I didn't meet him. I met him in that state. And it's the last thing he ever did. I saved the call sheet with him on it, but it was so sad. And he made so I technically met him like that, but not the other way.
That's it. That was him. It was him. I mean, you got to give him the dignity of being there in the room. He was there.
This woman that was with him, though, said he couldn't get through the lines, obviously, because he's in a mental state of nothing. And she said, Richard, I heard her say this, Richard, if you get through this scene, we'll get you a martini and a woman. Which was really made me feel good.
That's exactly how they got me through the Norm Show as well.
Martini.
They were saying it to everybody.
Yeah, why can't I get that deal?
Yeah.
The Craig Ferguson Show. Don't go anywhere. The really good stuff is coming up right after the break. It's the Craig Ferguson Show on SiriusXM. Comedy Greats.
That's great, Art. This is how I know you're getting better, Artie, because you went out during the commercial break to go to the bathroom, and you went to the bathroom.
I did.
And you came back.
Well, I stopped by Shade 45 to see if they knew who had my wallet.
What's Shade 45?
It's the black station.
Well,
no, it's the rap station. I think Eminem. No, Eminem, a white guy owns it. Yeah, but they always have the windows covered.
I'd like the windows covered here.
A little privacy.
You could ask for that?
No,
Shades.
I don't think so. Actually, to be honest,
I think they smoke weed.
They smoke weed?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you smoke? I never really go into weed. I don't care for weed.
I think it's for like it's for people who got like a 11:30 spot at Largo. They get let out of the locker and they smoke weed to look cool.
I never cared for it.
Yeah.
It was no. I like do a drug or don't do a drug. There's not a halfway kind of.
I got to tell you though, Snoop Dogg was a guest on the Stern Show a couple times, and the contact I walking by his dresser, the green room. Yeah, I could have failed up. Pissed. I could have been violated up the river, just walking within 10 feet of the guy.
Yeah,
I went on the roof and got high with him though with that stuff. It's sticky, and it was unbelievable. I like spoke fluent Portuguese for about a week.
That doesn't sound to me like regular weed. That sounds
it was
to me
orange.
some kind of special.
It was orange,
extra powerful, weird.
It was a different color than I ever saw. It was magenta.
That's Moroccan hashish. That's hashish. That's what it is.
I got to tell you this. I did the Edinburgh Scotland
festival.
Yeah. Okay, so I did a 4 a.m. spot. 4 o'clock in the morning was the spot at a pub, and all I was doing was annoying the people. And there was an older guy, and I sound like Jersey, you know. That's why I wouldn't get laughs for material. I was like, hey, you sound like Tony Soprano. And that's the only way they didn't know anything. So I'm talking, and I realize there's a guy just asleep on the bar. There's like a soccer game on. And
you're making me homesick, man.
Well, this guy's got a big beer, and he keeps looking at me like... He didn't even know there was comedy. Like, I was doing the direct opposite of what I was supposed to be doing. I wasn't entertaining. I was annoying him. So the guy, not him, the guy sleeping gets up and looks at me and goes, he goes, hey, Luca Brasi, zip it.
Oh, man.
I said, and with that, good night. And how am I going to follow that? The guy sleeping said...
He heckled you from the sleeping position.
The way you would say Luca Brasi.
Luca Brasi.
Oh, that's how he said it.
Hey, Luca Brasi.
Hey, Luca Brasi, zip it.
Zip it. Sleeps with the fishies.
There he is.
Yeah, there you are. Oh, Luca Brasi.
Hey, are you shocked up? If Luca flipped, we're in big trouble.
I thought you would have done very well at the Edinburgh Festival.
Well, you were wrong about that one.
Well, have you been back? When was it?
No, I actually did well, but this was the worst set I had, maybe ever. No one was listening to me. I could have done it in my kitchen, and they did. But you would think the guy who kept looking at me would have said something. I woke the guy up. I think he thought he was having a nightmare, but it was actually a real thing. Am I in the pub and a guy's talking about his VCR?
Do you remember the name of the pub? Because I might know that pub.
It was called No Jews Allowed.
No, that's definitely...
No, I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, that's in Glasgow.
It was called, what are you wearing, a skirt?
No, that's in Dundee, I think, that one.
It's called Mel Gibson's Dad's Pub.
No, they don't have that in Scotland, the Mel Gibson Dad stuff, do they?
No, that's in the Bronx.
Yeah.
No, but the fact that he said Luca Brasi and zip it.
Yeah.
And listen, I zipped it. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't. We would have been the fisticuffs. Me and Dom Herrera against this guy.
You friendly with Dom Herrera?
Well, he was next. I said, if you like me, pal.
Oh, here comes Dom Herrera.
Get ready for another zip it.
I love the fact that Dom was going next.
Yeah, he was like,
so he's on at 4:30.
I got to follow that. There was 2 people there.
I got beaten up in a pub when I was starting out doing stand-up. I got beaten up in a pub in Dunfermline, which is a little north of Edinburgh.
Oh, really?
They beat me up and stole my guitar. because it was so early in my stand-up that I still had the guitar.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did you ever have a guitar when you?
No, I could.
You were pure right from the beginning.
Well, I don't know how to play the guitar.
Neither do I. But it was a kind of a prop. It was kind of like, hey, I'm comedy. It was a comedy guitar. It was like,
imagine if Bruce Springsteen's mother bought him that first guitar and he became me instead. Like, what a horrible investment. No, I never did I respect. I know a lot of people didn't like. You ever see Dana Carvey do stand up? Man, I saw him when I should have been in college.
Yeah.
And he made the walls move. He did a guitar and those impressions. The walls moved. He would kill so hard, and I did. And following a guitar act is just terrible. You can't do it.
I can't recall seeing a good one.
Well, I mean, again, there's a lot of uptight assholes who might call Dana Carvey, not the most.
I haven't seen his act.
It's unreal.
Yeah?
If you're not laughing at it, there's something wrong with
He was on the late night show and he was good. He was funny.
He's one of those amazing sketch guys like Aykroyd who it doesn't always translate into movies, but people like Sandler take care of him and give him opportunities. But he's made so much money in corporate world just doing like those SNL guys who could do the presidents. They make all that corporate money.
Do you do corporate gigs? I've done quite a few.
I've done them. Yeah.
How did you enjoy that?
It's about half and half.
Yeah.
I got asked to leave a cruise once.
Cruise? What, they got a special. We're bringing in a helicopter, Artie. Get the fuck off the boat.
I'm telling you right now. I didn't know what was going to happen. The same guy was there from Scotland. No.
Hey, look at Brady!
Shocking me!
Throw him off the boat!
Zip it! Don't even think about not zipping it. I went on a cruise, and I swear to you, my agent, I thought I could be dirty.
Right.
It was older people. So, oh my God, these women were covering themselves up. Like they were so offended.
Oh, God.
And I did one act. And I'm on a cruise with these people. And the guy came over to me and said, listen, you can't do another show. I said, okay. He goes, but we want you to get off in Bermuda. Just don't. We're going to ask you to get off in Bermuda.
Oh my God! They didn't even want you to not do a show. They wanted you off the boat.
I'm not allowed on the ship.
Hide in a lifeboat or something. Stow away until they get back.
I'm the reason 8 kids don't get on the lifeboat. I'm passed out.
So you got off in Bermuda?
The guy and I said, well, listen. Well, what about? I called my agent William Morris, and they said. He did a great movie. He said, well, listen, if you don't pay Artie and give him a hotel room, we're not going to let Frank Caliendo come by next year. And do his Artie impression. I know. My agent got me a hotel room paid for 2 days. I stayed in Bermuda. And I got laid in Bermuda. It actually turned out great. And I got paid the whole thing. I got paid $8,000.
Well, here's your problem. You keep falling up. Shit goes wrong.
I should be zipping up.
Yeah, what happens is you get kicked off the boat, and instead of being riddled with shame,
this chick was hot.
Well, that's what happens. We've found the kernel. We've reached the dark matter. That's your problem. You keep fucking having a good time.
I know. There was actually nothing wrong with what happened.
You got off a horrible gig,
and I had a rap. I was like a young Hemingway or something. I said they don't understand me.
You would have been. That's very attractive to this young Bermudan woman who.
Me and Dom Herrera both got blowjobs.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
I was just.
No, I actually got laid in Bermuda.
By Dom Herrera? Because that's a story. What, I gotta blow you now, Artie?
No. It was Abel Ferreira. No, I Google him, you'll laugh your ass off.
Okay.
He directed Bad Lieutenant. Okay, so I get laid. It's bad. I'm the greatest Abel Ferreira.
There he is. Yeah, we Googled. You left something in his eye, apparently, as well. Look at that.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen to this story. It's a great story.
Okay.
Allegedly, this happened. I guess my buddy, the Jerky Boys.
Yes.
Okay, the one who's not funny. He's my friend.
Okay.
And no, he's real funny actually. Look at those teeth. And he gives a great blowjob,
Abel Ferreira?
With those teeth.
I don't want you to be distracted. Stop putting up pictures of Abel Ferreira. I want to hear the story about the Jerky Boys.
So
you're distracting
I'm sorry. No, so he wanted to act Kamal, and so you knew how to. If you asked him to come to an audition, you were appealing to that side of him. So he goes, Abel Ferreira goes, listen, I got a perfect part for you. Can you come down? Yeah, sure. I got the script ready. He goes down there, and Abel Ferreira says, can I borrow $30? $30.
Yeah.
And Kamal goes, I guess. He gives it to him, and Abel Ferreira left his home and never came back.
That's it.
And Kamal eventually left.
He said,
I guess he needed $30 and he knew Kamal would come down.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to try that.
I can have $30. That number, 30.
Yeah, why 30?
He goes, I guess so, here. And I said, would you have given him 40? And he never came back to his house.
And Abel Ferreira disappeared and never did anything ever again.
I don't think. I said,
people
Kamal,
have said, no, I've heard he's been sighted in Bermuda.
I said, Kamal, I'm not the brightest bulb, but I don't think he wanted you for any movie.
No, I think he wanted the $30.
He wanted $30.
Yeah. All right.
And Albert Brooks did a similar thing to an actor. This guy was going to be in his movie, and Albert Brooks came into his dressing room and said, listen, I understand that you're very good at being off the cuff. Like, you're good at improv, right? You can just, anything could come to mind. You're very good at just thinking off the top of your head. Is that right?
It's the best Albert Brooks I've ever heard.
You're with the Groundlings. Like, you're a Second City guy. Like, you're just an amazing improv actor. Is that true?
Unbelievable.
And the guy goes, yeah. And he goes, on this one, I'd like you to stick to the text. Do me a favor, don't change a goddamn word.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Wait, how could you do an impression of Albert Brooks?
No
one does Albert Brooks.
No, that's amazing.
Sometimes I do it in therapy, and people think it's Albert Brooks.
Wait, you still in therapy?
No, I mean AA.
Oh, right, okay.
Hello, my name is Albert Brooks.
I think that's maybe where you're going wrong with AA. Well, I'm pretending to be someone else. You're right there. You're missing the essential therapeutic value of what might be on offer for you there.
The reason I think people don't like me is because one time I was at AA and I went, hey, that's Carl Bernstein. Hey.
In LA, that's perfectly acceptable behavior in an AA meeting.
I got contacted through another source by Robert Downey Jr. because I mentioned him in my book, and through somebody who knew him, I was told about a meeting in Beverly Hills. Maybe you know about it. And I went to it. It was like the only AA meeting that had a red, like a velvet rope. A list.
I've heard about it. I've never gone to it, but I've heard about it.
Church in Beverly Hills. I go in there. Okay, the people were so famous, it was distracting.
It's like the Illuminati.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. The Illuminati. Rock stars, people getting Ringo Starr giving people chips. You know?
I wouldn't know, but I believe you.
Yeah, for me, that was... Now, look, I don't know if you had this happen, but a lot of people have, like, immediately broken the anonymous thing with me. Like, out on the street, they're telling people, calling people, and you don't mind that. Has that happened, you know?
For me?
Yeah, you don't mind that?
Well, here's the thing I think about.
Aren't you scared of that?
No. What am I going to do? Apply for a job in a bank? You know, it's like...
No, I mean, I don't know.
No, I got no problem. I have no problem with people knowing my past, and clearly neither do you.
Are you open about it? Like,
yeah, but there is a look. If what I do know is that in AA they ask people to be personally anonymous at the level of radio, TV, films, and that kind of thing.
Right.
So, if I were a member of AA, I would respect that.
Right. Yeah.
But
it's in the title.
It's right and anonymous. But then again, I don't think that anyone who takes that kind of thing seriously would want their anonymity to get in the way of helping another human being in distress.
Right. I get that from you. There's a couple guys, I won't say their names, but I think they're public, but I won't say their names. Comedians who are amazing friends of mine, like who worked that program, and they're so nice. Like, a couple have saved my life. I think literally the last time one of the comics I'm talking about saved my life. It's a good community. Well, I get that vibe from you too, and I do appreciate it, Greg. I mean, all kidding aside, it is nice of you to even open up to me like that, because it's a very difficult thing, because I feel like I'm letting people down, even though I don't know them, and I it's very hard,
One of the most essential things that I think I would urge you to try and understand is how helpful it is to sit across the table from someone who's in distress with the same kind of condition that I have. Like, it's kind of like this. The way I see it is like, you're a combat troop and I'm a retired fucking soldier.
But you're 25 years. To me, it's like, can you even remember what? I mean, that's such a success story.
I remember sitting across talking to you, and that's part of the deal. Yeah. Like, I know exactly what it feels like.
So, I mean, not to compliment you, but you probably got sober in your 20s, I would assume, right?
29.
That's That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I know people who did like 19. I'm like, what were you doing?
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of. I feel lucky that I did enough damage to convince myself that it wasn't an aberration.
When you're still
but
in
not
your 20s,
so much.
yeah. If you're still in your 20s, you do it. That's such it's saying a lot about your character.
One of the guys
you're
I
able
get
to do
sober
that
with.
at 20s. Like, I mean, that's a lot. That's a good person.
Well, listen to me.
That's a strong person.
One of the guys I get sober with was a 65-year-old Church of England vicar.
Right.
And I was in rehab.
And he
with
just
him.
got sober.
He was 65, and the parishioners were complaining because there was a hobo sleeping in the churchyard, and he had to cover it up that it was him. And he was like, I have got to get sober before they realize I'm the hobo.
In my neighborhood, they come with bats and go, "Where is this fruit?" I said hobo. No, but again, though, it's still. It's such an impressive story. If you're able to have the vision in life to go in your 20s, this clearly is something I can never do again, because I have these aspirations and I'm ambitious, and they won't have to know that, and then have the willpower to stop is very, very impressive. Because the first time I walked in the rooms, as they put it, I was 27. When I was doing Mad TV, I moved to LA and I got arrested. I came out, and Quincy Jones was the producer, and it was such a good guy. He goes, man.
He helped you out, right?
Yeah, he did.
Right.
Yeah, but in a much different way than you are, because he
gave you his private jet and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't have anything like that to give you.
He also told me, he goes, listen, man, he goes, I ain't got that problem. He goes, I wrote the Sanford & Son theme song in 20 minutes smoking opium. So I don't have that. I go, well, there's
so he can function on it, is what you're saying.
Relatable story.
Yeah.
Because, Red Fox called me, he said, I'm doing a show about garbage. And I said, you know where to get opium? And he goes, yeah. I go, where? I goes, I'm not telling you. He made a call to L.A. County to make sure I got taken care of. I have my own cell.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a powerful guy.
Yeah. So, and he was concerned, but he wasn't sober. So, I don't think that's got a good track record on a person who's partying currently helping a guy. It would have to be someone like that.
I don't think. I think the first thing you have to do with any of this stuff is remove any idea of moral judgment about it. You just go, look.
Even that you think when someone's judging you, and you're right,
fuck them.
Got to get rid of it. Right?
Yeah, no, fuck them. It doesn't matter. What I think you got to do is I don't know if it is or isn't a disease. I'm not a doctor, but I do know this: if you treat it like a disease, it clears up.
Okay, yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think it is, but I think that's a bit of a cop out for me. But if that helps somebody else, do it, man. I'll treat you however you want to be treated. But other people don't. Like TMZ doesn't go, would not report for 3 days. Artie has leukemia.
Right.
They feel it's okay.
But TMZ is not the barometer of what is and isn't a disease.
Well, for me.
No, man.
I know.
No,
the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah, I don't even know about the Mayo Clinic.
I thought there was a place you just got mayonnaise.
Right. What I'm saying is that maybe
you're right about that, about the TMZ thing.
It's like that they're only doing their job. They're reporting on behavior.
Right.
They're not reporting on causes and conditions.
It's actually very flattering. But I don't know. I will say this: people like yourself and these other comics I'm talking about, who, you've had something I have not come close to having. I don't know what it is that made it. You do that. I am envious of it.
I think you're very close to it. I think you're just refusing it. That's
you
all.
think that? I wish that was true.
A little bit. I think it's okay. It's okay to be fucking confused and upset and a little, a little baffled and nervous about it. I think that's all very appropriate reaction.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't have to click and suddenly, be clean shaven and telling people how great your life is. It's fine.
I don't. Yeah, again, I don't get that vibe from you either. That is the worst with the people who are telling me about their speedboat.
Well, actually, what I wanted to talk to you about was my speedboat.
Oh fuck!
It was going so well. We're actually out of time.
Oh,
we've gone over.
Well, thank you.
We've gone over. Listen, Artie, it's a joy and a pleasure to speak to you.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of yours. I always enjoyed you. You're always different. And I like that. So thank you for having me, man. Let me know,
Yeah, well, you're welcome anytime and under any circumstance.
Thank you.
All right. Artie Lange, everybody.
We'll
see you.
Thank you.
Bye.